mindful as always, even though we're going slower and we're not going to go super deep into postures, we're not going to do anything mental today, just still be mindful. Deep stretches can still cause a little bit of pain. You know your body better than anyone else. I'd say that in my physical classes as well. So if anything does hurt, take yourself out, have a break, drink of water, rejoin us when you're ready. Do as much or as little as you like. If you want to spend the next 45 minutes lying on your back on the mat, then by all means do that. Any pregnant ladies, very welcome to join. Please avoid any twists. It restricts airflow to the fetus. Make sure you've got a cushion to pop underneath your head and shoulders if we're lying supine, so you're elevated. And nothing lying on your belly past the first trimester. And always taking Shavasana on your left-hand side in a fetal position with a cushion between your knees. Everybody else, when we're ready, you're just going to bring yourself down onto the mat. Lying on your back. Closing your eyes, bring your arms down on either side, palms open, feet falling open. Draw those shoulders away from the ears, neck long. Try and ground your spine down into the mat if you can. If you feel like you've got a really deep dip in the back, feel free to bend your knees and place your feet flat if that feels a little bit more comfortable to you. Close your eyes. And let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expand your abdomen, send all of your air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Filling them like a glass all the way to the top. And on your exhale, navel to spine, reverse the breath. And again, inhale. And exhale. Start to tune out all your outside distractions, thoughts and worries. Tuning into your breath. Feel each inhale wash through you as though it's cleansing your body from the inside out. Exhale, reverse the breath. And with every breath, try and breathe a little deeper, maybe pausing for a moment at the top before you release that breath. Always teaching your lungs to use their full capacity. Let's start to check in with our key tension points. So we tend to hold on to stress in really subtle ways. So just drawing those shoulders down away from the ears, feeling them glide down the mat, melting into the earth, allowing your neck to grow long. Facial features start to soften, becoming gentle and neutral. No frowning unnecessarily. Start to unlock the jaw, unclench the back teeth, and draw the tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. And exhale. So those three little points, notice the difference that you might feel when you just let go of tension there. And on your next breath, if your knees are bent, you're straightening the left leg out. And you're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, pull that knee in tightly. A gentle stretch down the front of that right hamstring. And maybe you want to start to rotate your ankle, wiggle your toes. Just gently mobilizing and getting the synovial fluids flowing around the body. Remember to send the ankle both ways, keeping your spine nice and flat, planted on the mat. Shoulders down, neck long. And take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, gently and slowly start to drop that right knee open to the side. So we're opening our hips. Use your left hand to push on your left hip bone, keeping your spine flat on the mat. And if you'd like to get a little deeper into the stretch, feel free to pop your fingers around your big toe and just straight that right leg out. But remember to keep the spine flat. So if you feel that left hip lifting, just pull yourself slightly out of the stretch. Make sure those hip bones stay neutral, the spine stays flat. So using that left hand, push on that left hip bone, keep yourself flat on the mat. So if your leg is straight, you'll feel this in the hamstring. You'll feel it in the hips. You'll feel it in your glutes. And if your knee is bent, you'll still feel that deep hip opening. With every exhale, try and sink even deeper into that stretch. Nice deep breath. Gently bend that knee. Draw the right knee all the way across to the left. Reach your right arm out and gaze down those right fingertips. A twist all the way from the base of your spine up to your neck. So remember, if you're pregnant, please avoid any twists. You can also straighten that top leg out, take hold of your right big toe with your left hand. Getting even deeper into the twist. So if your leg is straight, you're going to feel that in the outside of your hip, in your glutes and your hamstring as well. If your knee is bent, you're going to really focus on that twist. Breathing into the base of your spine and exhale, deepening the twist. Feel yourself sink deeper into that twist, into the spine. And one more deep breath, gently bring yourself back to center. Arms on each side, you're just going to straighten that right leg up towards the sky, flex the foot. So you can either take your hands onto the back of your thigh, the back of your calf, or up towards your big toe. And don't worry if last time we did this, your hand was in a different place. You might be feeling tight today, your energy might be low. I don't know about you guys, but after this week, I just want to take it really nice and slow. Still giving myself a stretch, but not pushing myself too much. Being very kind to my body. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, start to draw that leg towards you. So this is a really good deep hamstring stretch. It's good for your knees. It's good to do before and after a run. Try and keep the legs straight if you can. Keep the foot flexed. Keep your spine flat on the mat. Keep the shoulders down, no tension there. With every breath, drawing a little closer. Well done, everyone. Give me one more deep breath. Gently dropping that right knee. Bringing your right leg into a bent knee and take the right ankle to your left knee. And you're going to draw that left knee towards you, placing your hands on the back of your left thigh. So our reclined pigeon pose, we're getting into stretching the glutes, opening the hips even more. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, pull the left leg towards you, getting deeper into that right glute and hip. I find this one really satisfying. I also quite like how it feels on my spine, massaging the spine against the mat. Almost gets deeper with every time you pull the left leg towards you. So inhale to lengthen, keep that neck long, shoulders down. Exhale, pull that knee in. This is another good one. If you are practicing pigeon pose on the mat and you're having a little bit of trouble with your hip alignment and your leg placement, this is a good one to practice before you do upright pigeon. Pulling that leg in. And gently let go. Bring both legs into a tabletop position. You're going to take the right leg and cross it over the left. We're going to take our reclined cow face pose, taking hold of opposite feet. You're going to pull the feet apart and towards you at the same time. So another really good one to do before or after you run. This is really good for increasing hip mobility. Inhale, pull the feet apart. Exhale, pull them towards you. Again, I also like how this feels on my spine. And remember to keep breathing. People tend to hold their breath when we're holding Pose this for a long period of time. You want to inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull the legs in. So you are still doing something even though we're holding the poses for longer. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale and unwrap the legs and just take your toes with your fingers. So you wrap your fingers around your big toes and just take a happy baby. So draw those knees towards you and gently rock from side to side. Still pulling the legs towards you. So you are still getting a little stretch here, but it's a nice, relaxed kind of resting pose. Just allow yourself to rock from side to side. In your happy baby, keep those knees bent. Well done, really nice. And then gently straight that right leg out. Draw the left knee in towards you. Same thing now on the left hand side. Inhale, we lengthen. Spine is nice and flat on the mat. Left calf being drawn in towards your abdomen. So as you inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, pull that leg in tighter. And maybe you want to start to rotate that ankle. Wiggle those toes. Just get a little bit of movement, mobilizing. Really gently. Remember to send that ankle both ways, keeping that spine flat. Always checking in to make sure as well that your shoulders are down and your neck is long. When we're focusing on our lower body, sometimes we forget what the top half of our body is doing, and it's equally as important. Inhale, start to drop that left knee open to the side, pushing down on your right hip bone, just keeping those hips nice and aligned, making sure they're neutral, making sure that your spine is flat on the mat. And if you want to straighten out that left leg, take your fingers around your big toe and get deeper into your hamstring, into your glutes. Then by all means do. If you're like me and you've decided to do yoga right up against a wall where you can't do things on one side, then just keep that knee bent. Deep inhale. And exhale, feel yourself sinking into that hip opening. Focusing in on that breath, the slow and steady rise and fall. And remember, always keeping the spine flat, the shoulders down, the neck long. Inhale. And exhale. And gently take that left knee all the way across to the right. Gaze to the left and reach those left fingers out. And again, if you want to straight that left leg and take hold with your right fingers, then by all means do. That will get you deeper into the hip, into the glutes, into the hamstrings. Stretching those left fingers out and gazing down the fingertips. Feel that stretch, that twist from the base of your spine all the way up to your neck. Again, please remember, pregnant ladies, just to avoid this, inhale. And exhale. Really feel yourself deepening that stretch. So the lovely thing about holding stretches for longer, really taking your time, is that you do truly get deeper into your body, deeper into your breath. Give me one more here. Gently bring yourself back to center. Straighten that left leg, flex the foot, inhale. Place your hands either on the back of your thigh, your calf, or up to your toe if you feel that flexible. Remember keeping that spine nice and flat, the shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. This one's lovely. Remember, for tight hamstrings, good for knee health, good to do before or after a run. It's probably one of the best hamstring stretches. So if you do have tight hamstrings, which I definitely do, it's a good one for that. It's a little bit intense, I always think. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, just gently draw that knee towards you. And exhale. And exhale. Really nice. Give me one more breath. Bend that left knee. Take the left ankle to your right knee, reclined pigeon pose, getting into that left glute and hip now. Hands on the back of your right thigh and start to pull that right leg towards you. So as you pull the right leg towards you, it's going to push against that left ankle and just open up the hip. Inhale. And exhale, try and keep your calf nice and parallel with your body. Inhale. Exhale, always pushing a little bit deeper. Always trying to bring yourself deeper into that stretch. Take one more breath here. Gently bring yourself back to center. Bring those legs into a tabletop position and then cross the left knee over the right. Recline cow face. Taking hold of your big toes and putting those feet apart and towards you at the same time. Inhale. And exhale. So we're getting into our hips, mobilizing them. Another good one to do before or after you run as well, because we need nice hip mobility for that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale once more. Really pull yourself as deep into that stretch. And then let go. Hug your knees into your chest, Apanasana. Take a little rock from side to side just to release the spine. And then we're going to start to rock backwards and forwards like a little boat. Bring yourself up to seated on your mats. Sitting cross-legged, palms on your knees, shoulders down. Start to drop your chin down onto your chest, keeping the spine long, keeping the shoulders down. So we're stretching the back of our necks. And as you exhale, start to look all the way up towards the sky, nice and slowly. We're just going to stretch the front of our necks, our throats, from the tip of our chin down. Gently bring yourself back to center. Drop that right ear to your right shoulder. Take your right arm up and just gently take hold of your left ear and pull. So we're stretching the left side of the neck. If you want to, you can reach the left hand out. And if you want to, you can lift those fingers off the mat. So you're really reaching with those left fingers, getting the stretch all the way from the fingers to the ear. Breathe into that stretch. And gently letting go. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. The left arm comes up, takes hold of the right ear and gently pull, stretching down the right side of the neck. Reach that right arm out. You can lift your fingers if you want to, which will get a deeper stretch from fingers all the way to ears. In. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Gently back to center. And we're just going to give ourselves a nice little lateral stretch. So dropping your left hand in line with your left hip. Bring your right arm up and over so it's in line with your right ear and start to hinge towards the left side of the room. Try and keep those bum cheeks glued down onto the mat. So if you feel that right hip lifting, draw yourself out of the stretch slightly. Push into that right hip and reach with those right fingers. And those of you that want to drop down onto your forearm, you can. Make sure your neck stays long. Make sure your chest stays open. Try not to collapse forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, really feel that length from hip to fingertip. Really reaching, give me one more breath here. And then gently drop that right hand in line with the right hip. The left arm comes up and over. Keep that neck long, inhale. And exhale, reach. And remember, if you want to drop down onto your forearm, please do, but make sure those bum cheeks stay glued. Pushing into that left hip, reaching from hip to fingertip on the left side. Keep that arm in line with your ear, inhale. Neck long, exhale, reach. Keep that chest open. Imagine the top half of your body is popped in a toaster. That's how aligned you want to be. Really feel like you're adding an inch to the left side. Gently bring yourself back to center. Drawing those arms behind you, you're going to interlace your fingers. Pull the shoulder blades together and open out your chest. Giving yourself a nice shoulder stretch. Pulling them together at the back like chicken wings. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe nice and deeply into the shoulder girdle. Inhale. And exhale. And unlace the fingers, draw them together at the front. Imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball, creating a circle shape with your arms. Interlace the fingers, drop that chin to the chest, curve the spine into a C shape, and pull the shoulders the other way. Inhale. And exhale. So you might find that when we take the poses really slowly, even if we're not doing super intense poses, that these are the stretches and the sessions that actually start to increase the flexibility in your body, because we're truly holding them for a long time, which gives our bodies a chance to really relax into those stretches. Inhale. And exhale. And let go. Take your right hand behind you like a secondary spine. Left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. We're going to take a twist. Sit up nice and tall. That right arm is used as a support, not a leaning post. Start to look over that right shoulder and push the left knee away, twisting through the spine. Remember, pregnant ladies, please avoid this one. Inhale. Exhale, push that knee away, gazing all the way behind you. Keep yourself upright. Keep those shoulders down, the neck long. Inhale. And exhale, get deeper into the twist with every breath. Really getting into the spine. So twists can be energizing for the body, energizing for the spine. Give me one more breath. Gently draw yourself back to center, releasing that twist. Left hand comes behind you like a secondary spine, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Gazing over that left shoulder, lift the neck and drop the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, push that knee away and twist. And if you did the arm balance class yesterday, you might be feeling a bit tight in the shoulders. It might actually be a little bit uncomfortable to twist, but just be gentle with your body. Take it nice and slow, take it lightly. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, twist, we compress at organs. We're just releasing any bad stuff from the organs, any toxins. And when we release that twist, we're going to allow fresh blood to run through those organs. So give me one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale gently back to center. Take your palms in front and you're going to bring yourself into an all fours position. If you have bad wrists, I know some of you suffer from arthritis or issues in the wrists. So my mum does as well. She doesn't like being on all fours on her wrists. So I'm going to give you guys the option that I give to her, which is to take your cat-cow in a seated position. So you be exactly as you are now, palms on your knees, and you're just going to open up your chest by pushing the chest forward, arching the back, and then curving under, dropping that chin down. So you can do that, and you can also do the freestyle as well. We're going to bring ourselves, everyone that is not staying seated, bring yourself all fours, stack the joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, drop the navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky. We're mobilizing our spine here in cat-cow. Exhale, arching crown of the head towards the floor, pushing the ground away. Inhale. And exhale. So if you would like to stay here, by all means do, and if you want to freestyle, get your wiggle on, then please do that as well. You can really get into every little nook and cranny of your body that needs to be woken up. Rotating those hips, maybe you want to get into the wrists if you like what we did yesterday when we turned our hands around to stretch out our wrists, by all means do that. You can take that bounce where you come forward and back. You can take child's pose, bring yourself all the way forward into your cobra. Whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want to take it slow, maybe you want to speed it up a little bit. Really, really gently waking up the body, and keep that breath flowing as well. Allow your breath to really take you through those movements. Deep inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Nice indulgent movements. Really push yourself into all of those corners of your body, using your breath to guide you through this movement, through your mobilizing. Well done, everybody. Take a nice deep breath here. Gently bring yourself back to center. Draw those heels together, knees apart, and take a child's pose and try and push yourself all the way to the back of the mat if you can. Exhale. And gazing straight ahead between your hands, you're going to start to draw the chest along the mat and lift those hips up towards the sky into your extended puppy pose. So your feet and knees are parallel like train tracks out behind you, chest down onto the mat, draw that navel in. So what we're doing in the extended puppy, we're stretching our chest, our abdomen, our shoulders, the backs of our hamstrings. So knees are parallel, chest down, bums up, reach those hands in front. And if you want to come up on your fingertips, then by all means do that. Always gazing between those hands. And breathe here, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And gently place the palms flat and just bring yourself into a forearms all fours position. So we're going to get a little shoulder stretch in here. So you're going to reach that right arm out in front. Take the left arm and just post it underneath your right arm, rolling onto your left shoulder, bringing your left ear to the mat. Deep breath, inhale. And if you want to take that right arm up and bring it into the small of your back, then by all means you can do that as well. Rolling onto that left shoulder. Reaching with those left fingers, gazing down those left fingertips. And the further you reach, the deeper you'll get into that shoulder. So we're just twisting that shoulder girdle. Inhale. And exhale. Really feel those shoulders opening. And give me one more breath here. And gently switching sides. So we're going to reach our left arm out now. Take your right arm and post it underneath the left arm, rolling onto your right shoulder and bringing your right ear to the mat. And if you want to take that left hand into the small of your back, then by all means do. Trying to pull that right arm so that you roll deeper onto your shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And gently bring yourself back to center, back into your extended puppy pose, and just draw yourself all the way along the mat and bring yourself into your Sphinx pose. So your Sphinx pose, like on those statues in Egypt, bring your palms flat, forearms down, parallel like train tracks, push your hips into the mat. So I want you to make sure as well that we are activating the lower part of the body. So pointing your toes, lifting the knees, and feeling that engagement in your glutes, your hamstrings, and your bums, and your lower back. So Cobra and Sphinx, really good ones for lower back pain. Drop those shoulders away from the ears, lift that chest, push down through the palms, keep that neck long. And if you want to, you can lift up into Cobra, which is where you'll bring your hands slightly back so they're more underneath your shoulders and just lifting the chest a little higher. So this one's better if you've got a super curvy back and you just want to get a little bit deeper into that spine. But please remember that lower half of the body, always keeping those toes pointed, lifting the knees. And hold here, take a nice deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And really, really feel that bend in the back. Breathe into it. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Push up with your palms, and you're just going to push yourself back into an all fours position, and then sitting your bum on your heels into your thunderbolt pose. So 2 options for thunderbolt. Option number 1 is literally just kneeling here, kneeling with your bum on your heels. Option 2 is thunderbolt with your toes tucked under. So you tuck your toes, sit your bum on your heels, and push into your feet. So this one pinches a little bit. It can be a little bit more intense. You're just going to feel those sensations, bringing your palms onto your thighs, and sit up nice and tall. So drop those shoulders down your spine, keeping that spine nice and straight. Gaze straight ahead. Inhale. And exhale. You're going to feel this. If your toes are tucked under, you'll really feel it down the backs of your arches. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to take toes pose after this. So the reason that I make you do thunderbolt beforehand is so that we can stretch our feet in the opposite direction. So toes pose, we're not going to hold it for very long. It's another good one for runners. It stretches the front of our shins and the front of our arches, and it's really good for avoiding plantar fasciitis, which is a condition of the connective tissue in the feet, causes really, really chronic heel and foot pain, and it's very common in runners. So take a nice deep breath, tuck those toes under if they're not already, bring your hands behind you and slightly bend the elbows, and just start to gently lift the knees. So you're going to feel that pressure down the front of your shins, down the front of your feet. It doesn't matter if you only lift them a millimeter off the ground, and if they start to hurt, just bring yourself back to kneeling. From here, you're just going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself back to kneeling. We're going to take our hero pose as well. So hero pose, again, not for everyone, but if you would like to try it, it's another really, really good one for your knees. So what we're going to do, you're going to take your heels and your calves out to the sides. So your heels are in line with your heels are in line with your hips, your calves are in line with your thighs, and then you're just going to sit your bum on the floor. So from the back, this is what it's going to look like. And then from the front, you probably can't see because I am wearing all black. And this is really good for just stretching out that area around the knees. So if you have, if you are wanting to work on knee strengthening or knee health, it's a good one for that. Some people find it very uncomfortable. If you are one of those people, feel free to stay kneeling in your thunderbolt or take a child's pose. For now, just bring your hands onto your knees and take a nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. And let's go for 5, 4. So you're going to feel this stretching through the calves, stretching your shins, stretching your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring your palms in front, untuck the toes, and push straight up into a downward facing dog, which pushes your knees in the opposite direction so it stretches them out. So downward dog, we're only going to do 1 today. Draw those navels in towards the spine. You can bend the knees if you want to, absolutely fine. Shoulders away from the ears, rotate those shoulders externally. Make sure it's a straight line from the tailbone all the way down. Navel in, heels towards the earth, palms flat with fingers wide, and just turn that middle finger out slightly so it's facing in the opposite direction. They're not facing straight ahead. Pushing into the outside of your palms, your little fingers slightly softening those elbows. Externally rotate those shoulders and gaze between your legs or at your belly button, and try and make sure your feet are hip width apart. And breathe here. Well done. And we're just going to stretch out the backs of our calves and hamstrings. So inhale, just lifting up on the balls of your feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Lovely. Try and keep that down dog shape. Try not to fall forward into a plank. And one more time, lift. And lower. Take a nice deep breath. Gaze straight ahead. Slight bend in the knees and step float or jump through to a seated position on your mats. Drawing your feet together like palms into your bound angle pose. One of my favorite hip openers. Really good for increasing blood flow to your pelvic floor, opening the hips. Take a nice deep breath, drop those shoulders down. Exhale, pull those knees apart on either side of the mat. Feel them drawing down. And breathe into that opening. And if you want to take a little forward fold here, just push the feet out slightly so you're making a diamond shape with your legs and start to hinge at the hips. Drawing yourself forward. And remember, keep the spine flat. And trying to make yourself really small. Imagine that you're trying to send yourself in the post. You're making yourself a little package. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Hinging at that hip, so you're really going to feel it in the hips. And exhale. Really nice. And give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently start to roll yourself up. Straighten your legs. Point your toes, bring your legs together. Bring your forearms down onto the mat, your palms underneath the small of your back, taking your fish pose. Push that chest up towards the sky and let the head roll the whole way back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Really pushing that chest up, feeling that curve in the spine, allowing your head to roll back. Pointing those toes, feet together, legs together like a fishtail. Give me one more breath. Gently melt yourself down into the mat. Hug the knees in towards your chest, Apanasana. Give yourself a little rock from side to side to massage that spine. And then take your legs into a tabletop position. Drop both knees over to the left, gaze to the right, gazing down those fingertips. Feel that stretch as you twist your spine. And then switching sides, the knees come over to the right, gaze to the left. Feeling that twist from the base of your spine all the way up to your neck. Really nice breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Gently draw yourself back to center. Hug those knees in one last time before you straighten that body out. Point the fingers, point the toes, full body stretch. You guys know the drill. Reaching from one side of the room to the other, putting all of your tension into this stretch as though you're being pulled. And I want you to forget everything I've told you to do throughout the class. Really, really tense up your entire body. Pull those shoulders up to the ears. Give yourself a million double chins. Screw that face up. Make the ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Reach from one side of the room to the other. Feel tension in every part of the body. Throw all your mental tension in as well. Let's build it all up like a big old tension bomb and throw it back out into the universe. We don't want it anymore. Anything that's not serving you, throw it into this stretch. Reaching. Give it 5, 4, 3, and 1. Let go. Bring the arms down by the side. Let your feet fall open. Inhale. And exhale. And those of you that would like to grab blankets, socks, jumpers, cushions, a drink of water, dim your lights, pop some music on, whatever you want to do for your Shavasana, by all means do that now. If you don't wish to stay for Shavasana, again, that is completely up to you. I will not be offended. I know it's not for everyone. Feel free to sign off. Everyone that does want to stay, bringing yourself down onto your mats, closing your eyes. And let's bring ourselves back to where we were at the beginning of the class. No thoughts, no worries. Take an imaginary broom and sweep the mind clear of clutter, getting rid of anything not serving you in this moment. And start to feel yourself melt down into your mat with every breath. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to melt deeper. Feel the breath wash through you like a wave, cleansing you. And exhale, release. Remember to check in with those key tension points, your shoulders down away from the ears, jaw unlocked and facial features soft and gentle. Tongue away from the roof of the mouth, back teeth not touching. And take your attention down towards your feet. Feel each toe unravel one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs lie weight on your mat, as though the batteries have fallen out of you. All the way up to the base of your spine, and feel each vertebrae unravel one by one, melting down into the mat, sinking into the earth, grounding you. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears even further, allowing your neck to grow long. Arms lightweight at your side and palms open, fingers unraveled. Neck long and head light, facial features soft, gentle. No thoughts, no worries, nothing that doesn't serve us in this moment. Maybe your mouth is slightly open as you breathe, jaw unlocked. And finally, take your attention to your chest and your abdomen. Focusing in on that slow and steady rise and fall of your breath. A gentle rhythm releasing any tension you might be feeling. Washing through you and cleansing your body. Feeling that slow and steady rise and fall, and allowing it to calm you. And take these moments just for you, focusing in on that breath, focusing in on yourself, body and mind. Take these moments as you inhale and exhale, sinking deep into the earth, becoming grounded and light. And start to wiggle your fingers and toes to draw awareness back into your body. Hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side to massage your spine on the mat. Bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. And then gently bringing yourself up to seated on your mat. Palms on, shoulders down. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. This time let's let out a deep sigh. And once more, inhale. And exhale. Draw those palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your Friday evening. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you guys. Have a lovely, lovely evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow. If there's anything that you guys do want to do tomorrow, then let me know, because I'm at a bit of a loss. Haven't got any ideas. Otherwise, I'll just make something up. See you guys. Oh, that was your first class. Oh, thanks so much, Michelle. That's so good to hear that you're flexible now. You want to split again so soon? It's up to you. We can do splits again. I might leave it a few days between splits because I think it's a bit of an acquired taste, that class. But we will split again. Do not worry. But that will definitely come again. I promise. Just maybe not 2 days after, because I think not everyone wants to split. But don't worry, we will do it again. I will see you guys. Can we? Yeah, well, actually, do you know what? We might do core tomorrow, because then we can get into love handles and abs and all of those lovely bits. So we'll probably do that tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your Friday and see you all tomorrow.